Hi guys, welcome to Finding Sanctuary. My name is Karen. Today I wanted to share with you the Yoga Wisdom Oracle cards by Anthony Salerno. Now yoga is a practice that's really interested me for a really long time, but it's something that I actually don't do. I haven't been able to do it. There's nowhere to do yoga near where I live, and it's something that even though I love it, I'm not sure that it's for me. But one thing I did come across not so long ago were these cubes, and I bought them to try and practice yoga at home. It was just a fun way to be able to do that. So these are cubes that have yoga poses on them, and you can roll them and you can get different poses. Each cube has a different one, and the beauty of it is that you would roll 1, 2, 3 or 4 of these die, and you would get a number of poses that you could put into a particular order, and then you could try the poses and see if you could do them. That's the idea of these yoga cubes, and they are a lot of fun. But what I thought I would do is I would show you the Yoga Wisdom Oracle cards, and then towards the end I would actually do a reading, but the reading would have a bit of a twist. So I hope you stay to have a look at that and enjoy looking at the cards. So as we take a look, you can see they have this lovely watercolor on them, and if we lift it up a bit closer, you'll be able to see the mandala in white that's on the back of all of these cards. We also get a guidebook in here. It has information on each of the cards. It's completely in black and white. It doesn't show a picture of each card, but it does have the information. Like most guidebooks, it tells you the contents. So we have an introduction, the 8 limbs of yoga, the source text, and how to use the Yoga Wisdom Oracle cards. And then it gives you 40 cards and what their names are, about the author and about the artist. Your source text, and then it goes into your cards. Now the thing I found interesting about this guidebook is here we see like Sutra 4.3 over here. Most of them are sutras, but we do have Sutra and Gita. So we have Sutra 2.1 and Gita 6.10. That refers to the actual text that this card is referring to. So when we go back here to the source text, it talks about them. So that will tell you where the information has come from to be able to be the foundation for each card. So now we'll take a look at the cards. As you can see, they're quite large. They are probably the size of a standard oracle card these days. They're a beautiful thickness. They're quite sturdy, but they still have some flexibility in them, which is what I really like. So just like the back of the cards, the front of the cards are done in watercolor. I think they're quite simplistic, but they're still very, very beautiful and quite engaging to look at. So now we'll have a look at the actual cards themselves. We have now. This moment is an opportunity to experience yoga. And I think these cards are definitely a beautiful opportunity to tap into the wisdom of yoga, even if you're not somebody that actually practices yoga itself. I love the simple images. I think that they convey a lot of information. I really like this one. It says reaction. Go beyond reaction and judgment to assess your inner wisdom. And if we have a look at this card a little closer, you can see that she has her hands here, almost like they're saying, stop, be in the moment, contain that reaction. And I love the way these plots of colour around all of the different outlines of the body on all the different cards feel like energy to me. They feel like it's the evolving of the body and the energy that it carries with it. This is another very beautiful card. It says healing, resolve the past to free the present. And as you can see, the body is in an upside down V shape, and the head is looking back at the feet, almost seeing where they have journeyed from. Ego. Beyond ego, the self calmly endures. I like the fact that the stance to me almost shows that we're right in the middle of two different things. We're in the middle of soul and we're in the middle of ego. And we have to find a balance that allows us to maintain the journey ahead. Again, this is another card that I really like the image for. Connection, honor and respect all life, for we are all connected. This card is beautiful too. Balance. Dedicate yourself to the spiritual and physical aspects of life. I love the way that she's definitely holding herself in balance. So these are lovely cards to shuffle. They feel really incredible in my hands. They're like a matte finish, which I really enjoy. So what I thought might be a little bit fun is that I would roll the yoga die and see if we can find cards that represent the poses that come up to see what today's reading will be. So what do we need to know today? We'll roll the dice to see. So there you go. They're the different poses that we have. I'm not sure if you can see them properly. So now I will look through the cards to see if I can find these poses. So this card here appears to be this pose here, but the opposite way. This card here appears to be very similar to this stance here, again, just in the opposite way. And this one here appears to be the same stance as this one. And we've got one more that we're looking for, and I'm really hoping that we'll find it in here. And here it is. This one is the same as this one here. So now we'll have a look at the reading that's been given to us today by the die, and we will see what the guidebook says. So number 32, when directed wisely, desire is a powerful ally. Desire often gets a bad rap in spiritual traditions, but nothing happens without desire. It is an innate and necessary. However, longing can become problematic when we want things that will hold us back and lead us astray. The lower self may create short-term pleasure, comfort, and ease, which bring long-term pain. Purposeful desire directs our thoughts, choices, and actions and propels us forward. By consistently doing things that have long-term benefits, we create a better future for ourselves. This card advises you to weaken the desire for things that hold you back and build your desire for those which reduces suffering and fuels your advancement. And the next card we have, which is 26, Trust and Surrender. Humble yourself to the intelligence of life and allow it to guide you. The Indian mystic Krishnamurti said, "This is my secret. I don't mind what happens. When you are unattached to the outcomes, when you don't impose your prescription onto the world, when you allow life to be as it is, suffering dissipates." Suffering comes from arguing with reality. It is a form of resistance that creates an experience of psychological pain. When things don't go as planned, surrender your idea to how things were supposed to be. Instead, trust that all is as it should be, even if you don't understand how. In this trust, suffering dissolves and inner peace emerges in its place. This calm is the fruit of the belief that what is meant to be. Acceptance, surrender, and trust are acts of humility. The ego is humbled by the realization that there is a greater power at work. This card prompts you to contemplate what you are resisting, accept and surrender your path to the universe. And the next card, 31, Oneness. Universal consciousness, infinite manifestations. Yoga teaches that the idea of being distinct individuals is an error in understanding. In Sanskrit, the sense of separation is known as avida, meaning ignorance. It refers to the ignorance of unity, not knowing that we are interrelated and interconnected. At the deepest level, we are one family of universal consciousness in expression. This sense of separation gives rise to 4 effects on the mind: ego, attraction, aversion, and fear. These effects influence our reaction to the outer world, our perceptions, emotions, and psychological suffering. This card teaches that the antidote to ignorance is wisdom. Seeing the truth of unity and acting from its wisdom means living in a way that not only serves you and yours, but the wider community. Remember, whenever you look upon an aspect of yourself, you look upon the divine. And the last card in our reading today, 17, Karma. Unlearned lessons and unrealized effort hold unclaimed growth. Karma is unfinished business. We create karma and suffering when we judge, react, and fail to learn from our experiences. Karma causes us to hold on and to be unable to heal and move on. It also means we will face an issue again, as the universe will give us another opportunity to learn the lesson. This card alerts you to something unresolved that needs attention to be healed. Perhaps you've been unable to let go of the past issue. With courage and your current awareness, ask yourself, what hidden benefits or blessings have arisen from my experience? What can I learn from the experience? How can I use this experience to help me grow? What empowering qualities have I developed as a result of the experience? How can I use this experience to my advantage? Sit with a pen and paper and make a real effort to explore the layers of the issue. By answering these questions, the past can be a teacher. Understanding the lessons can help you heal and free you from the karmic cycle. So there you go, guys. That's what the book says about these cards. It is a new deck that I've just got. I'm really feeling into it. I love the fact that I had these die that I used for a completely different purpose, but I now can use them to do a reading. It adds a really fun element to the cards and just an extra helping hand from the universe to make sure that the message that I'm getting and that's being delivered is one that is truly out of my hands. So there you go, guys. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to sharing more of this Oracle deck with you soon.